Hello Cancer, this is Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings, and I am back from a hiatus giving birth to my beautiful child. You may hear her in the background. She is very talkative and smiley. I will be doing your reading today with the Game of Thrones tarot, as well as one I made myself. I'll pull an oracle card for you with my Wild Starfire oracle at the end here. This will be a reading for the end of March going into April to see what energies you're working with and which things will be continuing on. Happy full moon this weekend, full moon in Libra. Let's see, there will also be a mini reading for full moon in Libra, pick a stone kind of reading on my Facebook, so check out the links below. So go ahead and shuffle up here and get some cards for you for the sign of Cancer. This is Sun, Moon, and Rising for the end of March into April. What does the sign of Cancer need to know going into April here at the end of March? Okay. And one, and we have this flipper. We'll skip. All right. Now I'm immediately seeing the balance of, for some of you who have endured heartbreak and had a split in the relationship here, going into a new situation. Now some of you are diving in a little intensely. So here, I don't know if you can see in the background, is the dragon, Tyrion being the fool, just rushing in. So for some of you, it's going to be like your rebound is going to be a bit dangerous. You want to watch that. It's showing Temperance and the Hierophant. And make sure to find the balance, like between someone who is new and fresh but not so completely different from you that you can't even relate, and you're setting yourself up for another heartbreak because there's just no meeting ground whatsoever. Or going back to a person or someone exactly like the person that you've just been habitually with, and you know that doesn't work at either. Some of you have been going between two people like this, so it's been somebody who is completely different than you, or someone who's like exactly like you, and trying to find the balance, and you're finally going to be ready to make a decision and come out of a place of fear. Others of you are very much still in that position of trying to hold on, but I would say there should be a very clear answer, because at least one of these people is definitely going to remove themselves from the situation here. Especially full moon in Libra does release relationships a lot, or release the stalemates of them. This is the card of Libra, releasing that stalemate there and coming out of feeling very, very stuck. Where your loyalties lie, and moving forward. So those actually have both have Lady Brienne on them. Moving forward in a positive way with somebody that you actually really want to invest in. This is also looking good for career is looking good and stable here. So moving forward, it's not a complete like easy shot to the top, but things should be moving forward slow and steady as long as you keep showing your value to the company, or even to your studies. If you're in school, you should be getting the attention of the mentor. And I do see mentoring and teaching coming into play, whether that is you getting pulled into another division, or having the chance to kind of, maybe if you study and get a certain qualification, then you can get a little bit extra per hour. I do see the ability or the chance to join into some studies. I do see it looking good for art students as well, people who are still studying a new level of their craft. It's looking good. So if you've been looking for someone who can kind of mentor you in things, this will be a good time to find them. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, I do really see kind of studying your craft is a big thing here. So don't be afraid to do that if you've not been moving forward with that Fool energy, with this Ace of Wands energy, with your ideas, because you're afraid of looking like the Fool, not knowing you know what's going on in like a learning situation, so that you can promote yourself. It's like letting yourself come out of that, because we have the Nine of Swords here, or the Nine of Spears. So some of you have had like a little bit of trauma when it comes to learning the hard way, both in relationships and in work or in school. And so there's the Page of Swords here with the Ace of Swords reversed. You might really be hesitant to go into situations that you don't know everything, or that your sharp tongue can't just like get you out of. And we have the Devil reversed here, really wanting to come out of those bad habits, wanting to come out of that negativity, wanting to kind of create your own silver linings and move forward, and knowing that you're very close to being able to do so with the Eight of Pentacles there. Eight of Pentacles is almost able to go into the Nine of Pentacles, or its coins in this deck. So really needing to step outside of fear, Cancer, to know that you can go to the next level of relationship. You can go to the next level of things in your work or in your studies, and not being afraid to step into the unknown and think that like you won't be able to learn that. Like everybody started off at some point as the student or not knowing what was going on, and grow you know, growing together. And I'm sorry, my thoughts interrupting myself. For those of you who are afraid to start with a new person because you don't want to have to grow a relationship, that's a big thing. Some of you are really staying in a toxic relationship. There can be a lot of verbal abuse going on in the relationship. You guys split up and then you start, you know, messaging back and forth again. Some of you, this person's at work and you see them, or you know, you somehow need to go to their work, wherever they work is a place that you frequent, something of that nature. And the boundaries just aren't sticking when you're trying to put them up with this person. And so those become reasons that you don't try anything with anyone new, because you don't have to establish that intimacy with anyone new, or find someone who thinks like you or goes to the same places. So it's time to look at that and kind of get out of that trend. Okay. Yes, so it's definitely time to it's saying, you know, go ahead and break up with that person, reject that person who you know has not been good. Those of you who are still in relationships where you're not emotionally fulfilled, where things have been a little bit toxic, where there's no longer passion. I see that some of you are just no longer attracted to the person that you were attracted to. You just really don't want to, you know, there's not that spark. You're not wanting to move forward on an engagement. You're not wanting to continue dating this person, and needing to just be honest with yourself. Even though it's going to feel quite devastating, you're right, it's going to be hard to, you know, go through that process at the moment and bring that up, but feeling much better afterwards, and you know, letting yourself kind of be the chooser, and find out what you really want in the situation. And again, it's not just saying stop going back, for those of you who are going back to relationships that are not healthy, or that are not what you want, or they're not goals, they're not it's not giving you a victory, or you know, kind of a high mark in life to join in with this person. So kind of think about that when you're evaluating, you know, oh, this person's saying they're loving me, and they're talking so flowery, and they're being more direct with their feelings, or whatever's going on. Yes, but are they suddenly an asset to your life? Are they the goal that you've been wanting to be, of how you want to be treated, of how you want to be supported in reaching your goals, or not? And if not, allowing yourself to make that break from them and moving forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and get an oracle card here of support. Oh. Let's see, we have Sanctum, the sanctuary. So this card is a cove in the ocean, and it's all about finding your cozy space, your sacred space, finding that space that you can kind of retreat to. So for some of you, it's going to be a literal physical space that you're going to be looking to get away and just like shut away the world for a while. It could be a retreat from social media. And for some of you, it's going to be much more internally, the feeling that you want to feel as you're manifesting, you know, really thinking of how you want your relationship to feel like a sanctuary. You want it to feel like a sanctum, a safe place that you retreat to, not somewhere that you have to run from and go and get solace with your friends constantly because it's not going well. So kind of keep that in mind. And then you got Nirvana. So you really just want to be blissed out, spiritually and emotionally taken care of, and feeling a sense of safety with those that you're around. This card's really connecting to your dreaminess, your inspiration, just like, even if it seems bizarre to others, I'm getting like bizarre peace, like where it doesn't even make sense that you should be so peaceful, but you're allowing yourself to go with your own internal flow, your own intuition. And so no matter what the situation is outside, just feeling this just like insane amount of peace than you felt in a very long time. So hold on to those feelings of bliss, nirvana, and sanctuary, and I will see you soon. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for the next video.